Yes, you can.
Everybody's here. I'm gonna say 10 points on your points cards tonight.
Yum yum.
Who are we waiting for? Joda, how are you not in the game yet? You got here before Loko.
It takes me like 2 seconds to load the game. It's just
It doesn't
click load
matter.
button.
It doesn't matter.
I'm here. I'm
Joda,
ready.
I want you here, I want you in game, and I want you ready before we start. That's not
What do you mean?
That's not a big ask. It's not a big ask for you to already have it up. I don't care if it takes 2 seconds to load.
Yeah, I just ask and see. Listen, the one time that I'm not actually in the game, it actually takes like a second longer because I actually have to put it in auth code because I ended up buying Forge and like creating like a mini campaign for Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
The dungeon slug that I showed you. But yeah, I'm here. Chilling. Logged in.
Bad Joda.
Is anybody spending anything on their points cards tonight?
Give me that Grand Charm.
You got that Grand Charm money?
50, right?
Grand Charm's 100, my boy.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking it was 50.
Grand Charm is
Yeah.
Then I'm not getting the Grand Charm.
Okay, yeah. It's 50 to re-roll a
Pack
Grand
it up.
Charm. I'm assuming everybody else is still banking.
Yeah, I'm banking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm close enough to a big one that
You are in the
We're saving
last leg of this where the likelihood is that you're gonna come across a boss fight either this session or next session, depending on how your rolls go today. So I will give a last chance if anybody wants to roll any regular charms before we move on.
Give me one regular. Give me one regular. Yeah.
Loko, your regular charm is Improvisation Charm. You can use a spell slot to cast any spell with a level up to the slot level. You don't need to know the spell, and it doesn't need to be on your class spell list. A spell cast with this charm does not require material components.
That's actually kind of tight. Alright, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, that could be pretty useful. You're what, level 6? Level 5?
Level 4.
Level
4?
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, second level spell slots are pretty decent.
Yeah, that's true. You have a big variety of options being able to cast from any spell list, so. Alright, what did you guys get up to last session? When we started off, you came across a lost wandering scholar who had been separated from the rest of her expedition team. Her name was Amara. Injured and armed with a quarterstaff and a high-tech pistol, she had managed to hold her own, but may not have lasted longer if not for meeting you. You healed her up as best as possible without major medical attention and brought her along with you. She gave warnings of whispers in the shadows and asked for help finding her, her way back to her team or finding her team along the way. She was also, throughout this, providing little tidbits of information and answering additional questions for things that she might know, being somebody who's kind of a local, but seems to really know more about Ariatheon than anything else. But, they were in these caves doing research on a couple different things, including something called the Null Crown, and the same legendary mech you guys are after, the Dragon Star. She is currently riding on Chubbs' shoulder because she has a major injury that could not be taken care of with just regular healing. You found Void Glass Flakes. Oka heard a conversation from the past between two pilots, which he chose not to share with the rest of the group. You found yourselves in a narrow corridor with nullhounds coming at you from the far side, and Oka used a charm to block them with battlements so that you could escape. Loki also aided in that, using a garlic bomb to mess with their senses, which made for a great combo defense and allowed you to avoid a direct battle. You found a cluster of crystal prisms worth a bunch of gold. You experienced a dream pulse, which Oka and Wade failed, leading to them having visions of their own deaths. They were woken up by Chubbs using was it a command spell?
Suggestion.
Using a suggestion spell. And because they failed that until they had gotten to their long rest, they had some pretty mean debuffs. Moving on from there, you came across like kind of like a landslide, like just fragile environment that once it broke, like kind of gave way. Chubbs was the only one who had failed, with Amara on his shoulder, and both of them took some damage on their way down. Everybody else was able to make it down safely, but you found yourselves in a giant cavern that was inhabited by void gazer wisps, kind of like these like shadow wisps that were pretty like they didn't take much to kill, but also hit really hard. Finally, kind of like navigating through the caves again, you managed to find your way back to the like midsection entrance, like the stairwell to the lower levels, where you had started out the bottom levels and decided that was a good time to rest and make camp. Taking a nice long rest. And that's where we pick up back at that entrance point. You have all gotten a decent 8 hours. Nothing came out to try and snatch you or anything like that. You were able to kind of like make a defensible point where you could actually have a proper rest. So you're starting off right where we left off. Amara's like now reseated on your shoulder after a rest, Chubbs. And Vec is kind of like trying to map out the routes you guys took from here so that hopefully you don't end up in the same spots again.
I think I was doing that during the thing, so I was kind of giving us like a little bit of thing, because I was I think I had like parchment or something like that, some paper that I was
you
writing
were
it down on.
you were trying to take notes as well about which ways you were going.
So if that does help us and give us like ideas of like places to avoid and shit like that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, is everybody awake? Everybody. I mean, unless there's more to the flashback, or we all set? We all waking up, Yishi?
You're all waking up unless like at this point, like you can wake up whenever you want. It's really about what you're doing from here. Again, Oka has a bit of information that it's up to him. He did say that he was going to share it during a rest, so I don't know if he actually proceeded with that or if he decided to continue to keep it to himself. So that's probably a good place to start, Oka.
Yeah,
you guys did have things to discuss that you had things to discuss that you were waiting for a rest to talk about, including that flashback. But we ended with like kind of just resting and then like being like we'll pick it up from there when we get back. So it's kind of on you for what is happening from here, Oka.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll share the vision now that we've had like a rest and whatnot. Let me pop it in chat. So yeah, this is I had this like weird vision. This is kind of what happened.
There were kittens.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. Seems like it's probably linked to the mech we're looking for, but I have no idea.
And you're like saying this out loud, like you're repeating
Yeah,
this.
I'd like
Yeah.
you to read it out loud because that was
Okay,
the original
okay.
intention of you hearing it separately.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Let's see. Was Pilot 1 the Gladiator or was he the Scholar? Just so I can get the voices right.
The Resolute one was like the gladiator kind of stature, and the
Okay.
breaking one was the scholar.
We agreed, didn't we? The sacrifice had to be made. You signed the bond. We merged with the worm. There's no going back. It wasn't supposed to be like this. We were supposed to protect them, not become a myth buried in an obsidian tomb. This isn't symphony, it's silence. And silence is mercy. You saw what the others became. Better we vanish in shadow than be devoured by it. So yeah, it's a little strange. I don't really know what to make of it.
As you finish that, better we vanish in shadow. Chubbs kind of snaps towards you and kind of squints. Like you're gonna see like his head like immediately just like shoot towards you and be like, because as you say vanish in the shadow, Chubbs is now thinking of fucking Ribbon, and I'm like, vanish in the shadow. Oh.
And the scholar, I will say, Oka, was a woman, not a man.
Can't. Okay. Okay.
Or at the very least, a feminine voice.
Okay, gotcha. Should I redo it in a more feminine tone?
No. I just want to be clear about, because that is like you're learning the lore about people from the past, so I want to make sure that you have the accurate information there. I don't know if I had made that like those. I don't know. I can't remember what I told you last time after we like finished the stream.
Yeah, I don't
gave
think
you tidbits, but
you
I don't.
said that.
Okay, yeah. So just so you know for your notes, it was like a feminine voice.
Gotcha. I have since fixed the notes. Any insights you guys have on what I heard and what I saw?
I think we've only got one choice, and it's to keep hammering ahead. I think we can fight off the shadows longer than most.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I feel like there's a little bit to decipher here, but we'll do that on the way.
Amara just kind of like scribbles things in her notes, just like fascinating.
Wait, yes, I scribbled something in my notes as well. I am quite the scholar, if you haven't noticed.
She's like, "Are you sure they said worm?"
It was like Weirm. Like
Worm. Yeah.
Weirm.
Like-
Weirm.
Like the dragon without wings.
Yeah, like a mana Weirm, something like that. My pronunciation might be off. I'm from a primitive planet.
She's like, interesting.
Well, we just barely got technology, so but I'm pretty well versed in it. I kind of grew up around it a little bit more than the people around me, so.
Well, she's like, no, not that. It's just. So there's a legend about a group of warriors from the 5 nations who were brought together to face a threat, to face an ancient threat. The weapon that they used was called the Worm Symphony. It was the Iron Worm Symphony.
The Iron Symphony?
The Iron Worm Symphony. and Worm Symphony is one word.
Oh, interesting. I mean, most likely it might be related, considering the aspect of the Wyrm.
Well, you were in Ariatheon, right?
Briefly, yes.
Did you get a chance to go to the Spindle?
Yeah, we stopped by there, see if we could open it. I think Loki had quite the vision off of that.
I don't know much about the particular details, but what I do know was that the Spindle was connected to one of those warriors, one of those people that they gathered. Her name was Kalira Voss. You said that one of these voices was a scholarly type.
Yeah, scholarly woman, I believe.
That could have been Kalira.
Hmm.
It's rumored that she was a space traveler, much like you. Or maybe not. Traveler is not the right word for it. She was known as a child of the stars. She wasn't born on this planet.
Interesting. Is there a difference between space traveler and child of the stars? Because that seems significant.
I don't know if it's just a translation thing, but that's. She kind of like pours over her notes. It's she was born of the stars, but spent her life here.
So maybe she was born in space and came here or something like that. Was she of royal blood, do you know? Or some kind of royal blood?
Not as far as I know. She was one of Ariatheon's first researchers.
Interesting. Where, I mean, do you know where she is these days?
Probably dead.
I see.
That was almost a century ago.
That is interesting. Is there any more information you have regarding this subject?
If what you were hearing was an argument about the Worm Symphony, then the person she was probably speaking to was Dalen. I don't have any information on him aside from his name. His name is Dalen Forgebrand. I know that he was the warrior from Drasmore. And I know that he and Kalira, it is noted, even in our most common logs, that Kalira and Dalen were constantly at odds about their philosophical, like their personal philosophies.
Interesting. I mean, it definitely seems like it from the little argument I heard from them. So
It's like I wish I knew more. I'm sorry, that's all I got.
no, it's more than I had based off that argument. Any information at this point is, it's worth it.
And with that,
You know
Oh,
anything
yeah, go ahead.
about the vanish and shadow thing they said?
Well,
Anything significant?
she gestures around and she's like, I don't know, but it has to relate in some way to Umbra Veil if it has to do with shadows.
Of course.
What I'm wondering about is the bond. You signed the bond. Like it was paperwork.
Right. That's more what I'm concerned about. It sounds very strange.
I agree.
And merging with the Wyrm, signing the bond, like, I don't really understand how it connects. Or even what it entails at this point. But I suppose we might find some answers the further we travel. At least we have this little bit of information to help guide us.
It's like if we can find some of the others, they might know more. Everybody had their own kind of foci of different research. Some of them knew a little bit more about Umbra Veil. Some of them have been to some of the other continents, just doing their own exploration and research. So if we're able to find them, we might be able to learn a little bit more.
I guess we press on then. Everybody else cool with that? Or
Yeah, I'm cool with pressing on.
Yeah, let's get going.
Yeah, I'm good to go. How about you? And I'll look back at Amara on my shoulder.
Amara kind of like gives you a pat on the shoulder. She's like, I'm good too.
All right, onwards.
Everybody starts marching, and Vec in the back is like, what? Nobody asks for my fucking opinion?
asked if anybody else had anything back. Come on, you're
Wait,
part of the
listen,
crew. You can ask. You can say
Zach,
things.
when aren't you ready to go?
That is true. That is true.
He's got a fair point back.
All right. Yeah, let's do this. And you know what I want. I don't even need to ask. That's right.
Oh, I should probably add
I
that
won.
charm to my character sheet. Might be a good idea.
Five, 1, 0.
Ooh. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it's only a one-use charm. Damn. Makes sense, though. Because there's some pretty nasty second-level spells.
Chubbs, give me a d6 roll.
Another one.
Another one.
No, give me another d6 roll.
A 3. Another.
Okay. Okay. Fuck.
Oh, you weren't ready for this.
I'm sweating now.
I
Oh,
need you to roll.
anyways.
I guess with Amara, there's 6 of you now.
Call it 5.5.
So there are... There's a 1 in 6 chance that this is going to be a very easy encounter. I need you to roll a d6 for me, please, Chubbs.
All right, what is the number that I'm trying to hit? Are we giving her a number in the middle, or are we giving her a high or low?
No, it's gonna be on a 6. It's
On
gotta
a
be
6.
yeah.
Okay.
If you hit a 6, then you hit
Okay.
an easy
We hit the
thing.
encounter. Okay. Okay. All right.
That's not a
We hit
yeah.
a 2.
Okay. You enter into a large, empty, cavernous space. Let me see if I have... I might have to do like a quick Fiverr to set up a better map for this, but... That's the one thing I didn't think was gonna happen tonight. You guys have been rolling so well. Where's the cavern fight? We'll bring it back. We'll bring back the cavern fight map. We didn't spend a lot of time on it. I think most of you are still there. Yeah, I'll just leave you big ahead of time. We know what you're gonna do, Ray.
Sorry, what was that?
Except for your token, I'm just gonna leave it big. I
Okay.
already know you're gonna Giant Smite. I'm not gonna turn it small just
Oh,
to
yeah.
have to make it big again.
Absolutely. You know me so well.
Okay. I need you not on this screen. I need it to be like a proper reveal. About as you enter this like big wide open cave, about 60 feet away from you, you once again see the shadow that looks like Riven. Out loud, but not out loud. Like the mouth doesn't move, but you hear the voice echo in your minds. We breathed as one. The mechs began to move, not beside each other, but into each other. Each frame folded inward, limbs aligning, cores opening. The air shivered with harmonic fire. But then, a silence that wasn't empty. Something in Cadenox hesitated. Tharnox raged too brightly. Virulin reflected something it shouldn't have. I saw Eletherion falter. Kalira's thoughts spiraled. She saw the stars turning away. She saw Flongo already coming. And then I was the legs. I was the root. I should have helped us. Instead, I slipped. As he says that, he kind of like cheese string pulls, like splits in half. And as he splits off and kind of divides, and this other half of him starts to move forward and take shape, you watch as he draws a large sword out of nowhere, and his form begins to look more pronounced and more familiar. As the twisted echo of Oka emerges.
Oh
I'm
no.
not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, I'm not sure how to help them with that either, Echo.
That was beautiful. BHG, do you have like the notes for the description that you just gave?
Yeah, hold on a second, I'll give it to you. Just need to make sure that this token is in the right spot.
Just not a fast typer. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll show you the Ribbons Echo as well.
Ooh.
That one would have been the one that Chubb would have shit himself with, to be honest.
It's still standing there, like
Knowing-
it's not gone.
Yeah.
Is there echoes of like each of us just standing there?
Just
Or is it just Ribbons and mine?
It's just yours that split off from Ribbon and is now like brandishing. Like it looks like your sword of judgment, but it looks wrong.
Oh. Guys, be careful. He looks pretty handsome. Pretty dangerous as well.
There's that, and then there's that, and then I can bring you back over here. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please. Oh, Amara. Actually, Amara is gonna go with Chubbs. Who's moving? Hey, could you stop?
Oh,
Joda?
my bad. Sorry.
Get your ass back here.
Sorry.
The fuck?
My hand was on the keyboard. I was looking at my cat.
Fucking
I
stop that
I
shit.
apologize. I apologize. My hand is away from the keyboard now.
Jesus Christ. Amara, let's bring her temporarily to your NPCs. Crew. There we go. You guys have access to Amara's character sheet. I've moved her over to the crew folder under PCs. Chubbs, I'm going to leave her in charge of you since she is on your shoulder. And she'll go in the like right after you in the initiative, so you can both move together. I'll make sure that free movement is on. And starting the combat with Ribbon's memory. That I don't think he moves here. I think he actually the shadow like kind of like just like sinks into a shadow and kind of like waves back and just leaves the Oka clone by himself. And Chubbs, it is your turn.
Chubb's gonna move up, obviously. Oh, I can't free move Amara as well.
Oh, sorry, I had to turn free movement back on.
Appreciate you. All right, Chubbs is gonna sit here, and he's going to actually wait before I move. Having two characters linked together is crazy. All right, I'm gonna take a wide stance here, and if the clone moves within the 30 feet, I'm going to charge him with my movement. So I'm gonna take a wide stance, give everybody around me the bonus AC, and then if he moves into range within 30 feet, which is here, If he moves within like this range, obviously this circle, I'm going to charge him and try and shove him to the ground.
Okay.
And Amara. I don't think there's anything like Amara should do at this point. I think she should just chill. Yeah, she hasn't no spells, no spellcaster or anything like that. She's got a gun with 2 shots, so none.
Wade.
All right, I'm gonna dash.
You're gonna get big and dash, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I will inflate myself and run.
Okay.
My turn.
Loki.
I can hit that from here with my ice knife. So I'm gonna cast ice knife on the shadow.
Okay. That's a miss.
Burn my inspiration.
Okay. Still a miss.
All right. I'm just gonna move a little bit forward then.
Yeah, roll your 2d6.
Oh, that's all right.
Let me roll a dexterity saving throw. We'll see if it hits. It does, so that is -6, as it takes a little bit of ice damage.
I'm just gonna move forward there and end my turn there.
The Echo, well, Wade is coming right up, so he doesn't really have to go very far.
I might. Guess we're gonna throw down.
It gets one
Don't
attack.
take it personal, but I'm gonna take this out on every time you call yourself captain of my ship. Enough for me, dog.
15's a miss. He's gonna burn one of his charges on his corrupted sword of judgment. As a bonus action, should have done that first, but that's fine. The next attack that Loki makes is going to be at disadvantage. Or no, we'll make it Wade. The next attack that Wade makes is at disadvantage, and the next one this Oka clone makes is going to be with advantage.
Hope you know I find that incredibly rude.
General Vec. Who's playing Vec today?
I'll take it if nobody else wants him. All right, Vec, join the Vanguard. Let's see, 40 feet. Oh, why isn't it showing? All right. Vec is just gonna move up and join the front line. And he doesn't have any range, so that'll be it for him. He'll just ready an attack if anything comes towards him. I'm gonna stay with the back here and let's see, go a little bit off, and then I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at myself.
It's weird to think about, huh?
It is. It is a little weird to think about.
A little bit of a mind fuck, eh?
Just a tad. Just a tad.
That's a miss.
Ah, damn it! I'm good. Okay. I was trying to see if Guided Strike would work with a spell, but I don't think it does. I think it's just an attack roll. I think that'll be it for me.
Riven's memory does not move. Chubbs.
I don't really have like much to do here, but I'm just gonna we're gonna move Amara to like the back of me just because that seems like the smart idea. Then I'm gonna move over a little bit. 10, 20. Just gives me enough room for both people around me. I think. So if somebody I'm just gonna ready my action to shove again. If anybody comes here, Oka or Loki. And then Amara's obviously gonna hold her thing.
Okay. Wade.
All right, time to attempt to turn this guy into everyone's favorite baby seal. Aw.
21 is
21 to hit him anyway.
21 is still a hit.
All right.
I need you to roll a intelligence saving throw. The DC is 16.
That's crazy.
Intelligence saving throw?
Saving throw.
Nope.
Roll your damage.
Right. Minimum.
Was that 5?
Yep.
Okay, you take 5 damage.
For a mechanic, does can I still grapple him with a bonus action? It says when I hit with a melee or sorry, an unarmed or improvised weapon attack, but it was reflected. I'm not sure where that stands.
I'm gonna say no here.
No problem.
Because you go and like go to throw the punch, and you watch as like the shadow forms into you, and as you throw the punch, it like goes into his body and comes out you like on the other side. Basically, your arm replacing his arm for a moment as you basically slug yourself across the face before he forms back to Oka.
It did not feel good. I'm gonna have to get a bit of revenge on you now. I don't have any interesting bonus actions, I don't think.
Loki.
Alright, I'm gonna get big too. I'm gonna use my Grand Charm of Divine Form. I get to grow big. And then I'm just gonna try to get as close to him as I can get. You get to about there. Shouldn't use that Grand Charm, right?
I believe that is an action, yeah.
Okay. I have nothing I can do as a bonus action, so I'm just gonna ready, or no, I can't ready an attack either. Okay,
No.
I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Alright. He's going to step down here between you two giants. He's going to take his swing on you, Loki, with advantage. $20 hits. Does a 20 hit you, Loki?
Yeah, 20 hits.
Okay. What is the damage here? 2d6 plus 3. Any hostile creature it hits, if you roll the same number twice on these d4s, the sword gains a charge. Okay. What's the extra 2d6 psychic? Oh, that's specifically for these guys. Okay, yes, that all makes sense. So it's 2d6 plus 3 plus 2d4 plus 2d6 psychic damage. That is 24 damage. As let me see here. What was the condition for the charge? If you roll the same number twice on those d4s, which he did, 2 3s, so he gets his charge back.
Yeah, it's kind of like a complicated enchantment. That's why I didn't really use it.
Well, that just happens. Like that,
Yeah.
that happens on every attack, right? The 2d4.
Yeah, I
2d4
believe so,
damage
but
of
I
the
don't think I
weapon
ever expanded a charge, so it didn't really matter. Because I don't think I used scale tip any time.
You should be. You should be using scale tip a lot, especially if
Well,
you've
doesn't
got
it
4
take-
charges. Takes
I
one.
thought it took a bonus.
It
Oh,
takes-
it takes a bonus action. That's why I didn't
It
use it.
takes-
Because I was
it-
using my bonus
It
action.
takes a bonus action or part of making an attack roll with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah,
ma-
I should have been using that a little more then. I thought it was just as like a bonus action, so I didn't really use it because I was using my.
4 times per combat, you could be giving people advantage and giving other things disadvantage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep, I thought it was just as a bonus action, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use my War Priest thing.
Yeah, these twisted things, they all get some psychic
Your
damage
sword
on
does a
top
lot
of
of damage.
Let's wait until I start dual wielding, boys.
So yeah, Loki,
Oh,
that
was-
is 24 damage, 7 of which is
Was that
psychic.
the- Okay, so the psychic damage is reduced by half. I think. Oh,
Yeah, so it'd be 21 instead?
okay.
Or sorry, it'll be 20, because it'd be rounded down, so it would be 3 would be half. So it is an even 20 damage. As this thing
Okay.
like raises this fucking gnarly looking version of Oka's sword and just like slices into your now like enlarged leg.
I just start screeching in pain.
Once again, I'm kind of doing it at the wrong time, but he already had advantage, so I'm going to use the bonus action to once again give him advantage on his next attack roll, because it lasts until the end of his next turn. And I'm going to give the disadvantage on the next attack to General Vec.
For girl. Vec is gonna run up and try to swing on him. He has, let's see. Yeah, he's just gonna start swinging. He gets 2 attacks.
Yeah,
Oh wait, that was at disadvantage.
yeah, roll it again.
Yep. 17 still hit.
Still hits, yeah.
Okay. For 17 damage.
He just had his turn. General Vec needs to roll an intelligence saving throw.
So he takes a 17.
Yeah, he goes to stab in with the sword, and it goes through and out, comes out the shadow and stabs him in his own chest. He is resistant to... Can't be resistant and immune. That doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure he's immune to cold damage. If the Frostbrand only does cold damage, he might be okay.
Is that what it is?
No, it's slashing damage. It just does extra cold damage.
Oh, gotcha.
2d6
does he get
plus 6 plus
disadvantage?
1d6. So it would be the 1d6 cold damage doesn't go through.
Okay.
Which was a
So-
2. So
It's
that would
2
be
back.
15.
Okay. Does he have disadvantage on the second attack or no?
No, it's just the first one.
Okay.
Or hold on, let me.
Hey.
On next
Hey.
attack
Get
roll. No, it's just the next attack roll. So it was only the one.
Okay. I think a 15 still misses, but
15 does miss. Yeah.
all right, that's him.
Which makes sense. Vec is very surprised. Like, he goes to, just cut into this guy, and, instead sees the sword point in his chest. Is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oka's gonna run up a little bit. Damn, this guy's good. He must have been through some rigorous training. He's quite the badass, everybody. Watch out. And he's gonna try to guiding bolt again.
24 hits.
11 radiant damage, and the next person who attacks has advantage on it.
Yep. He eats all of that, too.
Yeah. And I'll throw a healing word out at Loki as well as a bonus action. Or wait, I can't, because you can't do 2 spells in a turn.
Yeah.
Yep, so that'll be it for me then.
The vessel continues to just kind of sit there and stare. Chubbs?
Chubbs gonna move up. I'm gonna set my shield again, and just if anybody tries to hit Oka or Amara, I'm gonna shove them.
Amara? Is Amara doing anything?
How is Amara reacting to the shadow of Oka?
She looks freaked out.
You say it's something that she's scared of? Like, would you say frightened, or
No, just like
these are the things that took her friends, right?
Yeah. She seems pretty freaked out, but not so much like not frightened condition.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe she might make remarks like, "See, they have your faces. They can look just like you."
Quite a handsome one on that guy.
She's got it, so might as well, right? Right. I'm gonna try and as Chubbs, I'm gonna try and talk to her and be like, all right, Mara, listen, I'm gonna need you to take that pistol and I'm gonna need you to aim it at him and take your best shot. And if she reacts to it, great. If she misses, she misses. But we'll take a shot at him.
Yeah, go ahead, take a shot. She fires wide.
4.
She's nervous. She's clearly not proficient with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Did I get him?" And you see that she's pointing the gun, but she's got her eyes closed.
Yeah, I almost. That was great. Well done. Maybe take the next one. Maybe we take the next one with our eyes open. Focus a little harder. And yeah, that'll be it for her, because she sure is fucking getting on my shoulders.
Wade. Oh, she's not on your shoulders?
No, she is.
She is. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah. Because if she's not moving as fast as you guys are.
Hmm.
Gentle Fist, 19 hits. Wonderful. Describe to me how you hit him. Wade?
Oh man, this works so much better when I'm not muted.
Yeah.
My arm extends above my head completely straight and then just swings down at a 90-degree angle, my elbow never bending onto the top of his head.
Just full on hammer fisting him.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to grapple him. He gets to beat a 22.
Oh, I didn't adjust those. Are you proficient in athletics, Oka?
I believe so. Yes, I am.
Okay.
But you don't get free advantage in it, right?
No, wait. I might, actually.
It won't get that quality.
Oh, okay.
Although,
I don't think I do, actually. I think it's just...
it makes it.
It would have any skills that Oka has, but it wouldn't have, like, extra, like, features.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, anyway, he makes the save.
It
fucking 22.
just made the save as you go to, like, wrestle him. Like, you're, like, fucking twice this dude's size, and somehow, like, you go to wrap your arms around him, and he does, like, one of these, like, just like a pop, and, like, pops your arms back up.
I
Oka's
look
kinda-
over at the real Oka and just kind of like blink a couple times. I'm really surprised.
This guy's good. What can I say?
I mean, I didn't even know you could do that.
Man, I don't think I could.
I like that we literally have the same bonuses.
There's a little hint of green jealousy in Oka's eyes.
Yeah, as this thing is just doing what you could possibly do if you actually locked in.
Oka's sitting there in his head like, I just need to lock in. Come on.
Loki.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to pull out the blades of my Arcanators, and then I'm gonna hit him or try to hit him with it.
That is a miss.
Oof. All right. There's nothing else I could do. I'm rolling terribly tonight.
Yeah, I'm going in for the kill. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so very sorry.
Oka would do the same thing.
He's already got a scale tip primed. So we're going to use it after again. So right now it's just an attack with advantage. Does an 18 hit?
It just hits.
Just hits.
By 8.
All right, wait. Then in that case, I'm going to use my Cloud Ruin to transfer the attack to me, who it doesn't hit, because I have a 20 AC.
Ooh.
I want to. Sorry, where is Cloud Rune? Because I want to be sure that that's
It's on
how
my
that
effects
works.
page. It's not.
When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you other than the attacker. Using the same roll. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, it just you go to make it switch hits and it just misses. It's going to use its bonus action to give itself advantage until its next turn again, and Wade, you're going to get the disadvantage.
The int save, right?
On an int save, yeah. Oh wait, no. The int save is for reflecting damage.
Okay. It just happens. Okay.
Yeah, the disadvantage is from the scale tip on the Sword of Judgment.
Even if it doesn't hit me?
Yeah, it doesn't have to hit. It,
Okay. All right, yeah, okay. I see.
When you
He
do,
just expands that.
yeah, choose a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you. That creature gains advantage on the next attack roll it makes, and the next attack roll against it is made with disadvantage.
All right, so it's not targeting me. It's whoever makes the next attack roll against it.
Oh, I'm reading that wrong.
Yeah, he's targeting himself, and then the
He
next
is-
person to take a swing at him gets disadvantage.
Gets disadvantage, yes.
Yeah.
Damn, I
That
would
makes
have
more
been
sense.
so much more badass if I had read that a little more clearly.
Yeah. That
Oops.
creature gains advantage on the next attack roll it makes, and the next attack roll against it is made with disadvantage. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So he doesn't choose,
That's
it's just
wild.
the next attack against him, but that
Yeah, still good.
he was using it on Vec anyway before, so
Yeah.
it tracks.
Kind of worked out.
Disadvantage.
Yes, disadvantage.
One moment. My bad.
That
Still
still
hit.
hits, yeah. He has got
16.
roll an int save. Yeah, fuck yeah. This thing went from doing alright to pretty fucked up. It is barely able to hold its shape.
Shit, still not dead. Okay. Going in for another.
Okay. Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Dead.
You slice through. This thing, the sword, all of it just disappears into just like this shadowy smoke. And what is left behind is Riven's vision looking at you as you no longer see the cave around you, but instead you all see what appears to be this like multicolored standing giant mech. That for a moment is like standing tall before it starts to shake and rumble and starts to separate and fall apart. And you hear the voice say, "Or was pulled? Something touched me. Through the spindle. It didn't belong. It called itself another you. I screamed, but not out loud. Malrakar buckled. The resonance failed. The fusion reversed. Too fast. Too violently. 3 mechs detonated. 1 melted inward. 1 was simply gone. The conductor shut down. I remained half fused, half there. I could still hear them screaming, not in pain, in surprise, like children falling from a swing." And Riven's vision disappears.
What the fuck? Damn.
Riven disappeared.
That's in the Discord. Yeah, the Riven shadow disappears.
Does it look like anything? Like, do I fucking like? Because Riven Shadow, like, if he disappears, I'm gonna be like, see, they can both do it.
Well, this one doesn't step into a shadow and disappears. It just like vanishes into a puff of smoke.
Now listen, I think Riven does the same thing. So
No,
I
but
think it's
wait.
him.
If he's half there and half here still, that would make sense why he can slip into the shadows so easily. If I'm reading that right. half fused, half there.
It's get to like part of themselves, you know, they gave up part of themselves so that they could be a part of this mech.
Interesting.
Like a separation of the mind, right? They did that namaste thing that they do. And they separated the good from the bad, the yin from the yang. And the yang came back. All right,
Does
anyways.
this mean the mech's like destroyed though?
You know, there's not really much we can't fix, you know? I'm pretty
That's
handy.
true. That's true. We got our boys. We got our boys back at.
Yeah, I mean, I fixed up the lawman, so.
Yeah.
After you nearly destroyed it.
Hey.
But you know,
that
this
wasn't me.
touches the way. I mean, listen, it was a smart idea. You are the great Oka.
I am the great Oka.
You know, it was a brilliant idea to use that mech in that time, and.
Just think about what would have happened.
I just kind of like trail off as I'm looking away, and it saved you from getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Just like completely under
saved
my breath,
everybody.
like
Everybody
inside of my helmet where you can't hear it, and I'm like, saved you from getting your ass kicked, me cleaning you up off the ground.
And I'm in the background just like, and I saved everybody that day with my brilliant display.
Absolutely brilliant. Write that down tomorrow. Make sure that's remembered.
Sure. She starts scribbling it down in her notebook.
Mara's really bad at social cues. That was dripping with sarcasm. But yeah.
She's like, I joined up with you guys, but I don't like. What is your deal? What is? Are you his follower? Are you some type of religious leader?
Me?
Is this a cult?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No.
What are you, Oka?
No. What? What am I? I'm Oka, the great Oka.
See?
What do you mean by that? Like a magician?
Oh no! I'm more than a magician. I'm just awesome, you know, because I believe in myself.
Are you the great Oka or the awesome Oka? Do you pull things out of hats?
The great Oka is awesome.
The great Oka is awesome. Okay.
Chubbs said it. Chubbs said it. We're going with it. The great Oka is awesome.
You really do sound like you're advertising yourself as a magician. Like, what is your deal?
Would a magician do this? And I do some like cool like sword tricks where I like spin my sword around a little bit.
Just like, I guess not.
Exactly. I'm not a magician.
Can like just he if he like almost cuts himself with it, like gets really close, can Chubbs like kind of like just smack it out of the way a little bit? Just be like, he's like swinging it, and it's like about to hit his elbow, and Chubbs is just like dink.
Yeah, just like, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought I hit something. No, so good.
Don't get in the way of my tricks, Chubbs. I've told you this before.
Sorry, you're just so great. I just want to be close to your presence.
Hey, who doesn't?
Can't blame me. Can't blame me.
Did you guys see the handsome face on that shadow as well? Quite the strapping fellow.
She's like, so is everybody a part of your, I don't know, religious group?
Oh no, this is just my crew. I'm the captain.
So you're a space traveler and a magician?
I'm not a magician. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a magician.
Well, you could like the great Oka. It does sound like you're like a performer of some kind.
Let's go with Oka the Great. I think that's a little less magician-esque.
That's not better. That's not better. It really does look like something I'd see on like a performance like playbill, like a poster. Oka the Great coming to a theater near you. Oka the Great.
I mean, okay, okay.
he
I'm
pulls
gonna.
hamburgers out of pockets.
That's just because I keep hamburgers in my pockets. It's not a magic trick.
For the amount of burgers that you pulled out of your pocket, it kind of seems like a magic trick.
Do you want one?
No. No.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? People come from all around to see people. I mean, you advertise somebody as the great, you know. I mean, from the oh man, what's that one galaxy? The Nebulae galaxy. He calls himself the Nebulae Llama. He's like a religious healer kind of thing. I mean, Oka's kind of got the same presence.
That guy's a weirdo, though. I'm not weird. I'm just cool.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
great.
It's very strange. I mean, he seems very monetarily driven, whereas Oka here is, you know, more about the people. He wants to help people, spread love for himself and the people around him, and you know, it's just kind of his brand, you know.
Yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do.
She leans in super close. She's like, "This is really sounding like a cult, Chubbs. If you need help, like tap 3 times."
Chubbs is holding back laughter. you can see his shoulders shaking slightly as he's trying not to
Just trying to
fucking
keep
like
it
bust
together.
out.
We're just like a really, really cool crew of great people. We all have our own abilities, and I'm gifted, I guess. So they follow me, and I pay them. Well, we pay each other, I guess, in the jobs that we do. We're all our own people, but I am the captain of this crew.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean to pry too much. I'm not, you know, you do seem pretty great. That was very impressive. I don't know what happened there. Like, she seems a little bit frazzled. She's like, that things like that came from my friends. Like, it looked like them, but it wasn't them. Like, you saw, like, it looked like you, but it wasn't you.
Clearly, because, like, if it was the real me, I wouldn't have lost that fight.
Seeing you both here does make me feel a little bit better about my friends maybe being alive. But also, that was terrifying.
It, a little scary, but I thought it was kind of cool seeing myself in action against the crew, even though it was a weaker version of me, of course.
Fucking Loki with this big ass fucking gaping wound in his leg just bleeding out.
Holy burns around his leg, or unholy burns, I guess, because it was a corrupted version of the sword.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm gonna walk up to Loki and slap him with a healing injector, I guess. No. I'll just hit him with a healing word because I don't have any injectors left.
Yeah, this place has really depleted your reserves.
I'll get it back.
Oh,
Give him 7 health.
About 4. I'll give him a little bit of mine too.
And then I'm gonna slam 2 mana injectors into my leg. Spell slots.
Oh, I'm not getting any rolls. I don't know what I healed him for.
I don't see a roll for your injector here.
There's R2D4 plus 2.
Yep.
It's gonna let me roll. You have lost connection.
That roll came through. It was 6.
Whatever it is, I can't see it, but yeah, 6 health.
It was 6.
Awesome, thanks, buddy. And thanks for saving my life back there, Wade. I was just about to get murdered.
No problem, man. Sometimes paying a lot of money for a big ass suit of armor has its perks.
Yeah.
Of course, my armor is like full, like chick armor from a video game. It covers almost nothing, but somehow it's super effective.
It's like a peck breastplate, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like a breastplate and some like shoulder armor and some like metal hip guards and nothing else. AC 20.
Huh.
It is crazy that he doesn't get hit that often.
I think it's just because like my muscles are pretty firm too, so they kind of work as armor as well. Although when I'm wearing shittier armor that covers more, it's less effective. So I don't know. Space, it's crazy, man.
That is interesting. Maybe it's because you're from the south.
Yep, and you know how it is. Lots of planets have a south.
South of where?
Plants?
The better question is, what planets don't have a south?
Oh, planets. I thought he said plants.
No, planets. Lots of planets have a south.
Amara's like is still kind of looking at you like mouth agape, like. Okay, yeah. Planets, I guess, yeah. Maybe not always, maybe metaphorically speaking, I don't know. I've never been to another planet, but
Yeah, I wouldn't overthink it.
I hear a lot of them around.
Most of them, yeah. I've seen a couple triangular ones in my travels.
Interesting.
Yeah, jot that down.
Yeah, she notes it down. Draws like a big triangle, like looks like Earth, but like a big triangle instead of an orb. Drawing like water and little planets on it, or little continents on it.
The North Pole is actually on the bottom, like, flat plane, not the top point, as you might think, but yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, you wouldn't think that, but that's how it is.
That's pretty insane.
Just feeding this woman false information.
Just you wait. Now I'm gonna have to fucking hit you with a planet that's shaped like a pizza slice. But it won't be now. It will be like 10 levels from now when you've completely forgotten about it.
Yep. Yep.
Perfect.
You guys don't remember episode 14? All right, you guys ready to head out? Anybody need a rest or anything?
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Good to go.
So
That is 5 to 6. Roll a d6 for me. You can tell it's not a combat because I didn't make the face that's like the terror of 1,000 clenched buttholes. Two. Oh. Okay. You find another small camp. This one is still intact. There's a tent that is like ripped to shreds. You find like a small pack with some simple supplies, some rations, and things like that. You find like just a simple like small dagger. You find 25 gold pieces, and you find a peculiar looking potion. what you're looking at inside is almost like, it kind of looks like a swirling vortex. Like, it's kind of like got like this purplish blue hue, like kind of looks like space. But it's like constantly swirling like in the middle, and it almost looks like inside it's like kind of like sucking into the inside and then just kind of like flowing back out of like the walls of the bottle.
Is anybody well versed in potions? I don't know what this thing is. Kind of like look at Loki a little bit because he's kind of a chef, I guess. So maybe he has a little more information on potions.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything for potions. Yeah, I'm not proficient in Arcana or anything like that.
I mean, maybe like, nature or something like that. You can't identify like the ingredients in it or anything.
Not without tasting it.
That would make sense. I guess we'll just pocket it and then drink it when we feel desperate and see what happens.
Yeah.
Who's holding on to it?
I'll hold on to it. I seem to be holding on to a lot of the stuff we're finding in the cave, so I might as well keep it all in one spot.
That's fair.
Is there like anything else in the area, like claw marks or anything regarding to like the torn up tent or something like that?
Yeah, on the ground you do see some like deep claw marks, and you don't see a body. That's the only thing. Like, maybe some signs of like something being dragged away.
Okay. Do the claw marks look like kind of those like void hounds that we saw?
Could be possible.
Okay. Just keep that in the back of my noggin.
Yeah, keep that in the old brain pan. There you go. A little bit of random treasure. Who knows what it is? I have to drink it to find
Did
out.
anybody pick up the gold? I don't know who's carrying the gold right now that we've accumulated.
I have been.
Okay.
How much was it again?
25.
25. 25.
Okay, we're up to 150. All right.
Amara's like, this had to have been maybe nullhounds or something with large, deep claws. I feel sorry for the person who lost these things.
Yeah, but there's no corpse or anything.
She points to the dagger. She's like, Chubbs, can you grab that for me?
Oh, do you know the dagger, or are you just looking for a dagger? We have plenty.
She's like, I was going to just hold on to it. It might be useful to have another weapon instead of just a stick and a gun with limited ammo.
No? Yeah. Okay, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Grab the dagger and hand it to her.
Yeah, she's like, it just pats you on the shoulder. She's like, thank you. You watch, she's very ingenuitive. Like, she doesn't just like put it in a sack or put it on her side. She instead makes like tears off a piece of her outfit and like manages to tie it off like she does like little strips on the sides and ties it off in a way that it becomes like a proper sheath that she then like buckles onto one of her belts.
Mm.
Where did Oka go?
What? What do you mean, where did Oka go?
I don't see my token.
What the fuck? How?
He's underneath Wade.
No
He's underneath
idea.
Wade. You moved yourself underneath Wade.
Oh, I see.
Stop that.
I don't think it was me this time, to be honest.
I'm gonna bring you back over here. Do I have walls on this? I need to put walls on this. There we go. Now you can't. Now you're in an enclosure. Oka, are you happy now?
I didn't. Okay, so I don't know what happened. I didn't leave the enclosure last time though, but I do appreciate the enclosure.
I gotta pen you in like a fucking animal.
Dude, I got MMO hands, you know? They get stuck on that keyboard sometimes.
Hot hands at a dice game. Alright. Unless you're doing anything else, roll some dice.
Got
I'll
it.
get this one. I'll get this one.
I'm gonna be preemptive here, and I'm also gonna say roll a d6. Interesting. I don't know how to convey this one. I might change this. Give me a second to think, and then I'll tell you what the original option was once I decide what to do with this. There's no save for this. As you walk into this room, you find yourself, like, you come out of one entrance, out of the entrance, blink, and you're already at the exit. And when you turn behind you, you see that there is, like, like it looks like you guys just got into a battle. Like, none of you are hurt, but you feel the wear of battle. Like, you feel, like, scrapes and bruises on you. behind you, it looks like there's cut up like robots. And drone clusters. You had passed by a couple of them, but it looks like there's like ones that are like hacked up and smashed and stuff like all over behind you. But when you walked in, none of this carnage was in that room.
What just happened? Did I black out for a battle?
Amara on your shoulder is like breathing heavily. She's got the gun in one hand and like the dagger like held like on the like a reverse, like with the point out from her fist in the other, like breathing like she's just been in some kind of fight. But she's like, I don't remember.
How many charges you got left in your gun? The same amount?
Looks at her gun, she's like, it's empty.
What?
She's like, I still have, I can still recharge, like I still have batteries to switch it with, but like my gun, I had a shot left, and that shot is gone now. And she looks at the dagger, and the dagger that is in her hand is, when she found it, it wasn't that worn. Now it looks like it's like scraped against a bunch of metal.
We have like exhaustion or anything?
No exhaustion, no wounds that you can see. And then it hits you. All at once, like the last 5 minutes come flooding back to you. And the scene plays out as these machines and these drone clusters that were seeming to like fight. As you enter the room, Wade yells something out, and you don't quite remember what he said, but it turned their attention to all of you. And trying to rush through, you just rushed into this wave of these robots, and like fucking Chubbs smashes one over the like, you know, with a shield and like shoves it into the ground, and like as he's doing that, one of the clusters comes down, and you watch as Amara like grabs one of these like cluster balls and starts stabbing it, firing off a shot at another one that's heading over to Loki. Loki fires off an ice knife that explodes and blows two of them up, and you watch as those two explode around Vec, who is like rocked back and thrown into the wall. Oka comes in with his sword and hit, like throws a guiding bolt, blows through one, slices through another one. One goes to like attack Amara, like rip him off of Chubbs, and you intercept, and like everybody is going through this like huge like just like battle. Wade is like huge again, ripped and like fucking tossing and smashing these, like grabbing some and smashing them into each other. And then you get to that point where you're at the other side of the door and kind of like just like and now like it just like it like standing there looking at the scene, you watched it play out, but lost that 5 minutes.
Whoa.
What the fuck just happened?
I was thinking the same thing, man. That was weird, but it looked sick.
The original prompt on the table was time skips. The next 1d6 minutes of activity happen out of order. Ask players what they intended to do, then narrate the consequences. But the intention for you guys would have been, I don't know, we walk around the room.
Yeah.
We walk to the other side.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing this long, I wouldn't expect a crazy response from you guys.
Yep. I love that narrative, though. That was cool, like, hearing that.
The only exception is I don't think I actually would have used my second Giant's Might, unless it was, like, super fucking brutal.
I'm just gonna give it to you as a freebie here.
Okay,
It's for the flavor.
fair enough.
Yeah, you said guiding bolt, and I was like, I better have my spell slots.
Yeah, no, it's just just a cinematic scene. Just you guys
Hell
fucking.
yeah, it was fucking sick.
You,
Yep, that was badass.
You guys are tanks. Like just like you have you're very goal oriented. You've been
Oh, yeah.
rolling through these rooms like that anyways. So I couldn't see a scenario where you were injured or hurt afterwards. Yeah, you handle yourselves well, but you get like swarmed by these like mechanical creatures and tear through them without realizing it.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, I think we all look pretty much the same, other than being a little winded. But yeah, let's keep going. I guess that was weird as shit, man.
Amara's like, I think one of them got some kind of fluid in my mouth because my mouth tastes really weird.
That's disgusting.
It kind of tastes like engine grease, but rotting.
Do you want a burger to wash it down?
Oh god, I'm afraid to say yes, but that sounds better right now. She grabs the burger and starts like mowing it down. She's like,
Day old.
She's like, you're not beating the allegations that you're a magician when you keep pulling burgers out of your pocket.
I'm a Squengy's regional assistant manager. I have burgers on hand most times out of not. Like,
Look, miss, if he was a wizard, those burgers would be fresh.
now that's a good point. I'm not a magician because the burgers would be fresh.
She holds it down this time, but has a real hard time holding it down. She's like, I don't know. There's something off about these burgers.
You never had a day old burger?
No. I've not had a day old burger. I've definitely not had a day old burger out of a pocket. Did you sleep with those in your pockets?
Yeah, where else am I supposed to keep them?
She's like, I don't want any more burgers, Oka.
That's fine. I'll more to myself. I got 3 left.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna
that's
I'm gonna eat one right now, actually.
cool. When you eat it, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Even-
A Squengy's regional assistant manager?
Yeah, even a Squangy's assistant regional manager.
I think I make these with advantage, so
That's lucky for you. That's not enough.
What?
So
Hold up. Is there something else I can do? Let me look at my features. I'll burn anything. Nope, that's it.
the reason why the DC is higher for you, Oka, is because one of the burger you pull out is not a day-old burger, but one from the previous trip from Squangy's that you didn't realize was still in your pocket. And not only have the sauces gotten so bad and rancid that they're like growing their own subcultures, but you notice something strange about the meat. Like there's like the little specks that are normally like pepper and stuff, some of them are glowing like an incredibly bright green.
How old would you say this burger is?
Oh god, it's gotta be at
week or
least
two.
a few days, up to maybe like a week at this point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Taquito! Right, Taquito? I don't know if you guys can see her. Oh, yeah, you can just see her.
Yeah. Perfectly gray, too.
Mm-hmm. I'd pick her up, but she don't like that. I have a certain respect. We have a certain understanding. I don't scoop her, and she doesn't poop on my side of the bed.
That's a fair deal.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It is
Yep.
a good deal.
Great deal.
Since
I
since she has been here, she has not pooped on my side of the bed ever.
just Ellie's.
Yeah. If Ellie's out for more than a day, she poops on Ellie's side of the bed. Like, it's to send a message.
I do this thing with my older cat where every time I get home from work, I'll pick her up and like hold her and just like pet her a little bit, and she loves it.
Mm-hmm.
The new kitten, I try to do the same thing, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah. He's like, I don't
Jumps
want any
out.
part
I'm
of
like,
that.
okay, dude, okay. Here's your wet
I have
food.
I have a second office chair next to mine, and one of my cats will just hop in and start tapping me on the shoulder until I start paying attention to her. If I don't, she'll start yelling while tapping me on the shoulder. If I put like a plate on there temporarily, she'll start yelling at me too. Her chair.
I fucking love
chair.
cats.
My new
Can
kitten
we
will like.
take that quick 5?
What?
Can we take a quick 5 because I really have to pee?
Yeah. So we'll do a quick little 5-10 minute break, and we'll get back to it.
Awesome.
But yeah, my new kitten will like lay by my head, like in the early morning hours at like 2:30, 3:30, and just put his paw on my face. And I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? I'm trying to sleep." And he like moves it around a little bit, and I'm like, "Are you petting me? Like, what is happening here?" And he's like, not even 3 months old.
Jude used to do that, but like he was a little shit when he was a fucking kitten, and I would sleep on the couch, and he would sit on the arm of the couch and like wait until I got like super comfortable, and then just go whack, 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 just smack me in the fucking face. So I'm a little vindictive. I hold a grudge, and he would be all like cooped up and comfortable and sleeping on the fucking like the back of the chair, and so I'd be like, huh, okay, and shove him off the side. We used to play little pranks on each other, and then he got fixed, and he got all fat and lazy. And now just sometimes he'll do weird shit.
Oh, I hope that happens when Verso gets fixed. I got another like month and a half before I can get him fixed.
I think I was telling you last week, the food dish wasn't quite, was empty, and I think he was pissed about that, so he just crawled up onto my fucking chest and pissed on me. I was like, what the fuck?
That is brutal.
It didn't just throw me off, like, I felt disrespected. I was like, you little fuck.
Yeah, that's like actually fucked up.
Yeah.
Verso hasn't done that yet, so hopefully we don't get to that point, but
it'll happen eventually. It doesn't matter how much they love you. They need to show you who's boss.
Yep. Dude, he has been ravaging my feet this entire session. Like, just, I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
You gotta get him a scratching post.
He has like 3 with catnip on them.
Oh, well then just the leg better.
Yeah, I don't know.
If not, scratching post, Y post shaped.
Yep. Yep. Maybe I should just get a scratching post for like under here. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the bathroom too.
Yeah.
my cat skipped right to touching my arm and yelling at the same time. No middleman. Immediate demands.
We're all back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have lost a little bit of time, and I think you've already realized that things in this cavern, or in this cave, they work strangely in different parts. Like you had like one that was like a gravity well, one that fucks with time. Whatever Malric did with those shadow powers to this place is extraordinary for what you guys have seen so far. You can take a moment to ponder, or you guys can move on. It's up to you.
I'm ready to get moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that time skip was, but I mean, we're still all right.
5-3.
There's nowhere else to go. Let's go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Chris.
No, I'll roll it again. I don't want to run Banshees again. Another one. Okay. Roll a d6 for me. Ah! We're not even going to move into a combat. You guys move into another room where you see the shadow of Riven again. This time he kind of glances at all of you and splits you, splits off into another form and stands back. And as he does, he splits into the form of Amara as the clone, who weakly runs up to you, still has the same movement speed, so the 20 movement speed, runs up to Chubbs, looks up in like Amara's direction, like freaking Amara out, and then starts trying to like wail on Chubbs's armor, but can't really do anything. I don't even think it's possible for her to hit the attack that she would need to hit you at all with a physical weapon.
Chubbs will look up at Amara.
Hi, you gonna eat that?
Yeah, 1 second. Mara, this one's for you.
She's like, no, I don't want, no thanks. She's like
Dude,
burying...
you can see how not capable she is. Let's not make her do work. Nothing personal.
I mean, you've got that pistol. I just figured, you know, take back your fear, conquer it.
No,
Destroy this thing.
Limited shots. She just like puts her head like in your helmet. She's like, I don't want to see myself get killed.
Look away then.
Yeah, she's right. Like, I'm not looking.
While they're like discussing this, I'll snap the imposter's neck.
Yeah, I'll like turn her away from the fight and start like walking away, like attack of opportunity, everything, like, you know.
She takes it and does nothing. You don't even feel.
Yeah, I euthanize her.
Yeah, explodes into the cloud of smoke. The visage of Riven does continue from where he left off. This time, all you get, you don't get visuals, you just get the voice in your head that says, I ran, not with feet. The landscape peeled around me, steel and void and things I cannot name. I was drifting through layers of the event, each echo louder than the last. I saw Cadenox in rewind, a spiral of shattered armor curling backward into stillness. I saw Elitherion's helmet crack open like a fruit. There was light inside, too much light, but I was the legs, still trying to stand. Another you, whispered again, not with words. It wore my doubts like a second skin. It showed me choices I hadn't made, roads never taken, futures never born. Every footfall shattered a different memory. My brother's laugh, the first launch, Kalira's hand on mine. Gone, gone, gone. I wanted to vomit, but I didn't have a stomach. I wanted to cry, but I didn't have eyes. All I had left was my anchor phrase. All pilots in harmony. And he disappears.
I want to talk about harmony.
Mara's like, I really don't want to see a shadow version of myself again. That was not pleasant.
Yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable. Just glad we could get it out of the way quickly and move on. I'd like to not do that again.
You're muted.
I kind of liked seeing mine. He was quite dashing. It's also wild having the in between both of the last like visions. It's just ate a week-old burger. Pepper flakes were glowing green.
And then
All pilots in harmony. So I guess they weren't in harmony when they did that?
Sounds like something happened. Somebody... Because we heard the last one too, right? Like, if we relay both of those together, something reached out from the spire and tried to make contact, and I think somebody allowed it. And I think that's what broke it. I think there's like a... I feel like they might have done something to try and allow this, and that something tried to come back.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That could be the case. Is Riven around? Riven, show yourself.
Doesn't come.
That's what I thought. It seems like he ran and left the others behind. I mean, from the visions at least.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll encounter some more of these shadow visions. We can piece the puzzle together a little better, but
Yeah. I mean, if each of these are giving us some lore, would this information not be helpful to us as a whole?
oh no, this information is absolutely helpful. I thought we were
Maybe
just
know what
looking for a
happened.
mech, but this seems
Yeah.
like more than a mech.
Well, given the
Seems-
information that we have already, we need multiple people for a multiple mech, like some kind of like merging together, but it seems to be more than just a mech merging together. It seems to be a merger of body, mind, and soul kind of thing.
Hold on.
Uh,
Here,
Yeah, something like that.
I put the first hint in the chat as well.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That
Yep.
should come before the we breathed as one.
Yep.
For 1 perfect second. I don't know. I mean, again, like, we need more information. Just keep moving. Worst case scenario, we run into more of these. I mean, best
Case scenario. Yeah.
Well,
I
I mean, not best, because like that thing fucking hurt. You see the state Loki was in after that? Like,
Oh yeah, he got fucked.
goddamn.
I mean, I think that's just because I was there. I think if it was any other guys, probably wouldn't be as bad.
Vex staring at you,
Yeah.
Chubbs. He's like, there's a possibility that there's a bad one of you out there.
Yeah. It's also a possibility there's a bad one of you out there too.
Yeah, I didn't want to think about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that either. But
Oh man.
we face it together, big guy.
I'm
And I'll
like-
go to like fucking like give him the predator arm
Yeah.
shake.
He gives you the predator arm shake back, but he's like, this is bad.
Because I saw Wade do it at one point in time, I think.
He's like, this is bad. That's not good.
Yeah, listen, as long as we face them one at a time, it should be okay. You're beefy enough to beat my ass, and I'm beefy enough to beat your ass, so as long as it works out that way, we're okay.
He just nods, but like he's like he walks away like it looks like he's pondering his existence. Yeah, that 6 was lucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, don't say that. That's fucked up. Yeesh.
I mean, honestly, I hope we find more of these. I want to piece the puzzle together a little bit, especially if it involves the mech.
Hey, listen, fuck. We can look for them. See if we can find every corner of this fucking godforsaken dungeon. But
It is true.
there's an entire city before. before us, right? We need to make it to Umberville. So
But Riven's also looking for Amara's teammates, so we might have a little time to kill. Not to put that in a lighthearted way, Amara. I know you're worried about your teammates, but
Just like I knew what you meant.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
anyways, let's walk and talk as we go. Somebody want to give hex rolls? I gave the last one, I think. Oh, looks like Wade already threw that shit out. 5 and 2 BHC.
I don't wanna.
I was ready.
Oh, dead end.
Yep, that's my stellar navigation skills there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're kind of safe here.
Come to a hallway that
Excellent work.
leads nowhere. Realistically, that would have been a good place. Like, if you hadn't found the entrance to Long Rest at, this would have been like the next best alternative, just to find a dead end, because then you only have things coming at you from one way if they are, right?
Yeah.
6 and 2. 6 and 2. Give me a d6 roll. That's a 3. You find more of those little crystal prism clusters. How many? 1d4? 4. You find 4 more prism
shit.
clusters.
All right, Loki, you have those, right?
Yeah, I have those.
Perfect.
I'll
All
just
right,
add
if you want to grab
more.
those ones as well, and then you pick the next direction.
All right, I'll grab those and I'll roll the next section.
Yeah, just increase the number from 3 to 7. And as just to remind you, Amara said that those are worth about, like, per cluster, it's 25 gold pieces per cluster. So just in that alone, you've got a fair chunk of change. Like 175 gold in just those clusters now. It's not counting the other stuff that
Oh,
you
yeah.
found as well.
We're like most of the way there.
We can almost pay
Well,
Riven for
Almost.
not helping us at all.
I did watch back
We don't
also,
know that.
and his payment for hiring him was 500 gold pieces.
That's what I
Was it?
thought. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like 90% certain. There was just that little tiny bit of uncertainty. I was like,
Yeah. Give me another
'cause I
d6
think
roll.
he tried to negotiate, right?
Yeah. No, I don't. No, you didn't try to negotiate. He just said it's 500. That's what it is. It wasn't a negotiation. It was the fact that he didn't take credits, and there was no place to transfer credits. So he was like, "I'm not going to expect the cash up front because you just got here."
Also, don't think this group can negotiate very well with our charisma scores.
I will get a. The first person who can successfully, like, hit a charisma roll on something diplomatic will get 20 points on their points card.
Riven,
Does that
Riven,
include
come here.
deception for me? Because I get advantage on deception.
No.
Okay. I wanted to be upfront about it. Like, I didn't want to, like, hide that from you.
It'll be whatever roll is required at that time. If it's deception, sure, but if it's not, you're just gonna have to deal. Or tell me how.
No, my
applies.
question is, if I'm just basically asking, do we still get the points if we make it with advantage?
For you, Wade, I'm gonna say yes, because even with advantage,
you.
you're not working with a lot.
What's -3 between friends?
Listen, wars have been waged over -3.
Yeah, I've been on both the starting and participating end.
You find more fungal void fiber. That
Loki.
rope-like fungus that kind of like emitted some like poisonous spores when squeezed.
I'm not going to try to handle more of that this time. I'm not going to try to grab more.
This seems right up your alley, Loki. Come on, you grabbed some last time without anything bad happening.
All right, fine. I'll grab some.
Whoa. Don't give in to peer pressure. Do it on your own whim.
If you're grabbing it, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I give him guidance on this?
Sure.
Cool. So you get a +4 to that. I keep forgetting I have guidance. And that I'm a cleric. Damn.
Oh, wait. The +4 wouldn't be on this because it's ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. He critted.
He nailed it. Yeah, he critted on it. So once again, you you're like an expert now. You grab a bunch of this fiber and you do kind of like a ring out squeeze and squeeze it all into a direction and then roll it into more rope. Let's call that no. 2 more units of the fibers.
Awesome. Good old peer pressure.
Good old peer pressure.
Oh no, I don't peer pressure. I was just giving you some inspiration, some positive encouragement. It's not peer pressure.
It worked out. It worked out good.
Okay. And with that, that's all. It's mostly empty otherwise. Just a little damp and dank and fungusy.
Not even dank in the fun way.
Not even dank in the fun way. Unless you're really about poisonous spores.
No, it's not my scene. Not even with my charisma.
Alright. I guess I'll take lead on the next little tunnel we find here.
Four? There's no way. There's no way.
Should I re-roll?
Oh no. Roll a d6. And re-roll on a 1 because I'm not running those banshees again.
Re-roll on a 6 too.
Nope.
Okay.
Fuck. That. I guess that's the fight early.
Oh boy. Where's
You.
my I'm in danger?
You might be in a bit of danger.
Got my mech if I need it.
What?
I got my mech if I need it.
You. Huh. Yeah. Okay. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
No civilians around to be scared by it, so.
I'm gonna use the same map again because I don't want to fucking pause the action for that long just to get into this. I'm just gonna start you off at like a different side of the map. We'll even use this giant hole again just in case I want to throw you down one. I mean, what? Did I say that? Did I say that out loud?
You did, yeah.
You spot the Riven Shadow again. You come out from a different end. It's a very similar looking room. This cave has a lot of similar looking caverns. It's not at all that the DM was too lazy to find more maps. And you see the shadow of Riven at the other end. behind you, you hear and say, "Oh, oh no. Have you seen him before?"
The Shade? Yeah, a couple times.
Couple times?
Yeah, twice, right, guys? Twice. There was one of me, and then there was one of Amara.
There was one of you. Oh no, no. No, no, no. Oh. And as he is starting to lament, the shadow begins to speak again. He says, "I said it. I screamed it. All pilots in harmony." And something answered. "Not another you. No. This was different. This was me. The part that remembered. The part that refused. The part that still burned beneath the scar. I pushed. Not against the enemy. Against everything. The spiral. The false futures. The vacuum where my team had been. And then a click. Not mechanical. Not physical. Like a lock turning inside the soul. I landed. Somewhere real. Somewhere bleeding. The iron worm was in pieces. The null crown hovered above the wreckage like a silent judge. My cockpit was glass and bone and ash. But I was awake, and I remembered everything. As he says that, he splits off into one shadow, and then another, and then another, and then another, until you are staring down shadowy clones of yourselves.
Oh.
We got a Chubbs.
Ooh.
We got a Loki.
Oh.
That's crazy.
We got Oka back at it again. Gotta bring him back up to full.
This fucking guy.
We've got Wade.
Oh. Ooh, Wade's looks fucking sweet. And scary.
And
I am scared.
Yeah, you see what I mean about how my armor doesn't actually cover anything?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course, of course.
Perfect.
And instead of ice, this thing looks like it's made of like pure shadow.
Oh.
The twisted version of General Vec. To which Vec fucking like squeals like, "Oh God, no!"
What they did to my boy.
Guys, I think we should geek Oka first because he thinks he's a god and maybe he might manifest some actual god stuff, and that's pretty scary.
That's probably a good idea, because I can do that on the daily. And I do like a side eye to the camera that's not watching us.
Huh. I'm also going to include the clone of Amara.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Take Amara down first, she's the most dangerous.
I'm gonna see how far I can throw her.
Ow.
The Amara javelin toss.
Hold on, I'm gonna do like a black tint.
Yeet.
There we go. Dark Amara. What?
I'm scared, but this is a very cool concept.
Sometimes you gotta fight yourself.
On the daily, brother. On the daily.
Out here catching
Sometimes.
strays.
The worst demons are yourself.
The vessel says, "We must test if you are worthy." Starting off, the vessel does not do anything. It just stands there and watches, just like last time. Riven is not so much going to just stand around and do nothing. He's like, nope, fuck that noise. He is going to... What can he do? 50 and 30? That's 50. And then another 30 as he's immediately gonna like start launching himself towards the action. Oka. Oka just rushes forward, uses his action to dash. And then a flicker step as a bonus. Getting like damn near close to Riven. Amara clone. Dear sweet Amara clone.
Take her out.
All of them do the extra psychic damage, so I mean, she could potentially do a lot of damage. I just didn't see her ever being able to hit fucking Chubbs. Even on her best day, I don't think she'd be able to do anything to Chubbs whatsoever.
I mean, what, a 23? I mean, if her fucking...
Her strength
Her
is
pistol gets a bonus.
Yeah, her strength is a 9. Her pistol will get a bonus, but the clone does not have a pistol. The clone's got the dagger and the quarterstaff. Chubbs, it's your turn.
Chubbs.
They are pretty far from where you are right now. But they're not taking their time to run up to you either. They're rushing up as fast as they can.
Yeah. I think... I don't really have anything cool for this, but... Okay. Amara, I'm probably going to need to put you down here. I can't risk you getting hurt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize another action of my Charm of Escape to create a condensed smoke cloud, and then I'm going to be like, everybody remember which direction you're moving in. I'm going to put a smoke cloud down to protect Amara, and I'm going to emit a cloud that is going to be a circle. It's going to be a 20-foot radius. And I'm going to sit Amara directly in the middle of this, and I'm going to... because that's a bonus action, so I still have... Ribbon its way the fuck up here, so... Let's dash. And then I will... do nothing, because that's all my action economy.
And you just want Amara sitting in the smoke cloud for now?
Yes, Amara is not very healthy, so...
Hoka.
Beck, you ready for this? And I'm gonna slap my grand charm of dimensional travel. Oh wait. Yeah, I remembered which way I was facing, right?
Yeah. He's like,
Okay.
Ready for what? Ready? Oka,
This.
Oka, ready for what?
We're going in.
What? No, well, I don't want to go in. No.
You have to. And he goes right next to me. And I'm gonna hit myself with my sword.
He's like, I hate you so much right now.
No, you don't. This is awesome. I need you. I need your help. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Okay. Much better. And 16 damage.
Roll an int save.
Ah, I forgot about that. Here we go.
That's a nat 20. Let's go.
Hey.
And crash through with that 16 damage.
And okay. Nothing else I can really do. I think that'll be it.
Wade.
All right, bonus action, make my monster grow, as you kind of expected.
Yeah, I didn't even change the token.
And then I will dash. Oh, hey, Ribbon. How's it going?
Not great. Or not great, Wade. Not great.
Yeah, I've been there. My turn.
Oh, also, the next attack made against shadow version of me has advantage on it because of Wake of Starlight.
Yeah, I forgot that you found an even more badass sword around here.
Yeah, I mean they're both like super badass in their own ways. Especially after you used it way better than I ever did.
Well, what can I say? I have a gift.
I just had to read.
I'm just gonna use my action to dash to get as close as I can. And that's all I'm gonna do for my turn. Actually no, bonus action, I'm gonna get the Arcanators out. I'm gonna get the blades out on them.
General Vec.
He's just gonna take a couple swings at this guy. Myself. He does have advantage. I'm gonna crit fish. Still hits though. Another 16.
Hold on a second here.
And
16 on your clone.
yep.
Yeah. You can't do anything about that.
Going for the second attack. Miss.
That's Amish.
Mm-hmm. Be it for him.
Oh, the Chubbs clone. Measure and tape. There we go. I need 90 feet.
Crazy.
He does his dash and then he does like almost like a little flicker hop. The extra 30 feet. Wade only moves 60.
Yep.
And then grows massive. Vec Beck is faster, is he not? Beck is 40 feet. I need to fix that on this one. That'd be 80. Just there. Right behind the Oka clone. The Vessel of Riven's memory still doesn't move yet. Just stands watching the carnage unfold. Riven sees you handling that. He is going to rush past. Oh. Fix that. There we go. He's going to rush up to the Chubbs clone. And try to take a couple whips at him. Hits. This thing takes half on both those damage. 24 to 12. Do 20 plus 8. And it needs to crit, it does not. That's 1d4 plus 1d6. That would be half of the 4. So only 2, so 5 damage back. Riven notices that he barely scratches this thing, and he's like, "No, I've got to stop this at the source." Does like a little teleport poof. 30, and then runs like his remaining movement past all these guys, headed towards the clone, his clone. Oka clone. You're right up in his cheese, Oka. He's finally got a chance to take you on. He's going to use a charge to scale tip, giving himself advantage on this attack, and the next attack on him disadvantage. I believe that's a hit with 21.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
That is
Oh.
27 damage.
My God.
Yeah, not a 1 in the bunch there. But doesn't get a recharge on the charge. It was a 2 and a 3 on the D4s. He used that as part of making an attack, so he still has his bonus action. So he is going to flicker back 30 feet.
God damn it.
Amara clone.
All night, bring it on.
It feels mean.
I'm gonna suplex her.
She hits him. What do you mean? Oh, and the damage is plus 2d6 because of the psychic damage that's added. Stabs Vec for 10 damage. Whoever's controlling Vec, you can take
Yep.
care of that.
Oh my god.
She has a dagger now? I should have left that shit on the floor.
Why is his AC so low? Oh my god.
Who, Vec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
That's not too bad, I guess.
He does
I
3
thought
times.
mine was low at 17.
I will make note that 3 times per day he can gain an immunity to damage and like restore half of the damage he takes 3 times. Like look at his character sheet, make sure you know what he can do. I wouldn't waste it on this attack particularly, even though it's very surprising that the clone managed to get it off on him. But it is something to keep in mind as these things are starting to wail on you and do crazy amounts of damage.
Yep.
Loki. Loki clone. Flickers 30 feet to get behind Chubbs. And Loki, it hones in on you. Like, it stares you down, ignoring everything else. And it's gonna throw an ice knife at you. Misses, but you'll need to roll a dexterity saving throw. DC is 11. And just... Oh, no, that was General Vec, but it's still... You still made it. As the ice knife shatters and just misses you.
Awesome.
Chubbs.
Alright, BHG. I had a little friend of mine do some math for me. How tall are these ceilings? If I look up, how far is this going? Not like...
They're not incredibly tall ceilings. 60 feet here?
60 feet here? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I had it all mathed out. I was ready to go. Man. What do you have, big boy? Almost have to, right? Right? If it works, it works. Alright, I'm gonna smooth over to the other side of Amara over here. And I'm gonna try my hand at shoving Vec.
Are you running through her?
I'll run around her. I have 5 more feet of movement.
But
So
that's still
I can come down and then
that's
around.
still between your clone and the Amara clone. How are you slipping around her without taking attack of opportunity?
Okay. I won't slip around her then I'm just gonna push her too.
Okay.
Fuck it. Yeah, absolutely. Athletics, post athletics, she's a medium-sized creature. 21.
Yeah, let's roll an athletics for her. See what happens.
Pretty good.
Beautiful.
Pretty good.
Alright, and then I'm gonna use my rampant charge to continue my charge through her with her body and push Vec into this fucking pit because fuck your life. I am considered. Am I considered huge or large at this moment? Count as being one side is larger, so I'm counted as large. And I get advantage on contests of strength, so I get advantage regardless, which is beautiful. Athletics advantage. Come on, baby. 12 is pretty nice, and 18.
That's 20.
This is 20. Can I inspiration?
to reroll.
My shove.
Yeah.
Let's try one more. Come on, baby. Is that a 10? That's a 10. That's
a 10.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunate. All right, well,
I need you to
Amara
roll the
gets
damage.
shoved.
Yeah, roll the damage for the clone.
That is 2d6 plus 5. Because of my thug feature, that is 15 damage on the clone, slamming into Vex's
Jesus
chest.
fucking Christ.
My bonus action. If I remember correctly, we considered the shove as an attack, right?
Yep.
Where's my fucking feature for shield basher? There it is. When you make an attack with a shield. Okay, so it's not. Yeah, rules read. I wouldn't consider that. What I will do though. I'll end my turn there. Amara will stay in the cloud like she's told.
Okay.
Gonna dimension door again
Wait,
to right
I
here,
set my shield. That's my bonus
and
action 'cause I didn't take
I'm
it.
gonna use Supernova Slash.
Wait,
As an action, you may swing the blade.
you
Go- oh, wait.
I need to know why you're dimension dooring instead of walking.
Because I don't want an attack of opportunity, because I might die.
You're not gonna get an attack of opportunity.
I was here. Like, if I go
Vec,
here,
You go over top.
here,
but you don't
here.
you don't have to move. You can walk through your Vec because he is an ally.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
don't
didn't know I
you,
could.
you
Okay.
don't have you can move through your allies. You just can't stay end in their square.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you
Yeah,
guys have
I'll
big
just
open
walk
space here, so it's not like you're in like a tight corridor where it wouldn't be possible.
Okay. I'll just walk through then and Supernova Slash. As an action, you may swing the blade in a wide arc, unleashing a burst of stellar force. All creatures of your choice in a 15-foot cone must make a DC 18 Dex saving throw, taking 8d8 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success. Let's get the old cone out here.
Both of them fail.
Yeah, let's go.
Tight.
Oh,
34 radiant damage. This attack leaves a temporary nebula of sparkling cosmic dust in the cone's area until the end of the next turn. Creatures within the area have disadvantage on stealth checks and cannot benefit from being unseen. Okay,
Oops.
so nothing really matters after that.
The Loki clone is gone.
Wait, something else disappeared from up here. Is there another thing right here? Or am I losing my marbles?
You might be losing your marbles. I don't think anything.
Okay.
All of you are here.
Thought something. Yeah, I thought something disappeared with the Loki clone. Like you had the Loki clone underneath, and then something underneath. Wade.
The Chubbs disappeared as well, but I brought him back because he's at 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I thought I saw something higher, but
1, 2.
might have just
3.
been like a.
Oko, Wade, Vec, Amara, and Loki's gone. Yeah, we should be good.
Okay. That's my bad. I was seeing things.
Wade.
All right, I'm going to attempt to erase the Chubbs echo. Stride over here. And Falcon Punch. I'm assuming that misses. I'm gonna inspiration that.
Okay. $20 still
20 to hit?
misses.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That grin on Joda's face, like, I'm a monster, but I made a monster.
I really did. Like, he's not great at anything other than protecting himself. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of the same, except it does additional psychic damage and can also bunny hop places.
Terrifying.
Loki.
Alright, I'm gonna use 15 feet, run forward. I'm gonna use my Arcanators to cast Lightning Bolt to try to hit the Vec and Wade Shadow. I don't know how to cast that from my thing though.
100-foot line, 5 foot wide. Each creature makes a dexterity saving throw. And it's 8d6 lightning damage.
Yeah, DC 16 saving throw.
DC 16. It's dex.
It just says save DC 16.
Well, just open up the spell. If you look on your item, you can click on the spell.
Oh, okay.
And it'll open up the actual spell so you can see it.
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Yeah, they both fail.
Awesome. So it's 8d6.
8d6. Oh, that's some good damage too. And that burns 10 minutes of the hour that your Arcanators work for.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna move back to where I was. And end my turn there.
General Vec.
He's gonna go Vec on Vec.
Vec on Vec.
Vec on Vec.
Hot.
$17 hits. Correct?
17 hits.
19 and oh yeah. Oh yeah. 39 total.
Okay, the Vec clone is going to Frozen Shield as a reaction, becoming immune to that damage and regaining half of that health back.
Okay.
I'm gonna teach you how to use this guy.
Wade. As you should.
Oh, it's the Wade clone. Well, the Wade clone sees the Wade. Is he close enough? And he is going to punch you with the Corrupted Gentle Fist.
Fancy meeting you here. That's gonna be a hit. Yep.
Once on each of your turns, one of your attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike can deal an extra 1d6 damage. Okay, it's good to know. We're gonna throw that in there. That
16
is
damage?
16 damage. And then as it like slugs you across the fucking jaw, it's gonna use a flicker step to flicker back and kind of like give you like one of these, like a come get me.
Oh, he could have grappled me.
That's okay.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it any day. I'm running away. I grapple Chubbs.
Vec. His primary target is going to be Vec.
Echo.
Vecco, yeah. It's gonna hit.
Ooh.
Hits Vec for 20.
Does he though?
Hey, let's go.
So he regains 10.
So he regains 10, yeah.
Okay.
And then he he gets a second attack though.
Yep.
So go for a second one. Need to make sure that damage
So
is right too.
would that mean that he regains on this attack as well?
No, because it's a reaction.
Okay.
It's a reaction once.
Oh, I see. I see.
So like he'll be able to use it again on his next turn because he happens to reaction.
Gotcha.
Also, the last damage that he took should have been reduced by... It should have been reduced by 1. We'll
Okay.
just keep it as it is because he gained 10. Like I'm not gonna say like take the 1 away. But I have to. I have to remember that one of these die is the 1d6 cold damage, and Vec doesn't take cold damage.
Yep. Right.
So for this one, it is 15 damage because the ice roll was a 1.
Okay. So quick math.
And then he is also going to teleport back a little bit.
We would never do this.
Riven comes into view. Riven's memory is going to take advantage of that. Miss. And miss. Yes. No. That's a hit. Gonna roll the second one now. That's a crit. Yep, and then second damage. And then I have to do math. Resistances. So that is 7. But the rest is.
That was
good.
insane
32.
damage rolls.
25. Yeah, 32. And then on the regular attack, it's 3, 13. Okay. Yeah, fucking, you watch as Riven fucking meets his shadow, and the shadow starts, like, doing fucking crazy, like, sword slashes with, like, this crazy shadow blade, and Riven's, like, fucking matrix dodging them as he is, like, going in with his own sword swipes and slicing through this thing. He also has one of these. He's not gonna use that right now, though. So we have Evil Oka. Oka's gonna run up on your shit. He is going to use a charge for scale tip. And attack you, Oka.
Of course, of course. Yep, that'll hit. Yep.
Yes. Okay, that's 22 damage. Relentless Endurance is a good call there.
So back up to 1.
I just need to check the D foes. There's a 4 and a 1, doesn't regain the charge, and then he's gonna flicker step this way, 30 feet.
Oh.
Amara clone. I'm gonna try to finish you off with the Amara clone. I believe. Miss.
I was a little nervous.
Chubbs.
I was hoping you were gonna try and hit me.
I know you were.
Emotionally.
I saw an opportunity and I took it.
Yeah. Hold on, let me wait, let me read the wording on this. I guess not, eh? Who the fuck is the most... Alright, which one are we most worried about? Probably the Oka clone, right?
Oka wasn't here when you asked that question.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That's alright, that's all good. I was kind of like to the group and stuff. Like, which one are we most worried about? Probably like you, right? But it feels weird hitting you.
No, you probably should. I mean, it looks like it's going towards Amara, so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna step away. Would Amara like to take an attack at me?
Yeah, what the fuck? Why not?
Great.
To hit, she has to crit. Because that would give a +5 to the roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, great.
Damn.
Because she took an attack at me, I'm gonna use my Tower of Shields attack. I'm gonna use its fucking action to fucking
reaction,
bonk her
yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm doing it, which means I use my reaction for this turn. Take a swing at her for 19 as well. It's a 27 to hit. That is 7 piercing, 2 psychic.
Yeah, even without the creature activating the 20, it still fucking opens up and just chomps her head off as the shadow disappears.
Beautiful. And then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna go over to him. And then so I use my reaction. I'm going to use an action to hit him with my shield. Which is going to be a 19 to hit.
19
I think
hits.
that hits, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's going to be a 9 damage.
Cool. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Your reflex, guys. It's not a spell. 17.
You make it. Damage goes through.
Beauty. Alright, wonderful. Does that once per round, which is great because I'm going to then use my my shield basher feature, which allows me to make an attack with my bonus action. And we'll run it back. 3 definitely doesn't hit.
No, but it's a great effort.
Unlucky. Hmm. It was worth a shot, you know?
It's a good turn.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was solid, solid. Now he's gonna run away somewhere. I still have... I have 20 feet. I'm going to move to the farthest opposite side of him.
Amara.
Amara's going to ready in action to shoot somebody if they come near her. Because I think that's a great idea. And, yeah.
Oka.
All right, we're gonna start off with a rejuvenation injector.
I was just gonna say, you're looking kind of fucked up, my friend.
Little bit. It's no big deal, you know. I can recover from this.
Financially, probably not.
Financially, probably yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Emotionally, probably no.
We'll come back to me once you've had to fucking replenish all of those fucking injectors you used in the hollow fucking spiral.
I am like very low on credits, to be honest.
Yeah, and after you guys, you got to remember that the gold you have left over after you pay Riven is going to be the gold you have left to be able to resupply, because no stores around here are going to take credits.
Oh, oh no. All right, well, I'm gonna swing on a good old, what is this one? Chubbs. 14 probably doesn't hit, right?
It does not.
But what if I channeled my divinity and added a +10 to that?
That hits.
Oh, that saves me from having to do a cunning plan. Good work.
For good old 12 damage.
Fuck, that's all you need. He had one.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna...
Oh wait, I can do something about this. I need you to roll a intelligence saving throw.
God damn it! Come on.
Let's go, baby.
It goes through. You take down the Chubbs clone.
Very nice, very nice. And then I'm gonna scoot back behind Wade here. And that'll be the end of my turn.
It's a good plan.
Yep.
I'm going to play Action Economy and come fuck up the Oka clone.
My shield.
And where's the attack button? Attack! Ugh. Yeah, it's my turn.
Loki.
All right. I am gonna use my. I'm gonna move forward just a bit. Use my blink dagger on the Oka clone. Try to get my revenge on him.
No.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn. There's
General Beck.
gonna run up on himself. Start swinging.
That's a hit.
Uh, 19 and
Hold on before you
another. Oh,
before you miss on your second attack there.
yep.
I need you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Yes. Come on, Vec. You idiot.
No.
You idiot.
Vec is going to take. Oh, the 6 was the big one. 9 damage. 9 slashing damage.
68. Okay, and then I missed on the second one.
Yeah.
So that'll be it for good old Vecky boy. He'll handle the Vanguard, I guess.
Wade did not accept the Wade clone's challenge and ran away from him instead. So he's going to take out that grievance on Vec.
Oh my god.
I think that just hits. He's a 15. Yeah, he's got a 15 AC. Damage.
Yeah.
Vec takes 12 damage. And then Vec clone comes right after. Hits. For 21.
Does he though?
Oh, his second frozen shield.
Yep. He's got one left.
Yeah.
Alright. So I regain 11 out of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 10.
Oh, 10. Okay.
Yeah, because it was 21, not counting the cold damage.
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
We get a second attack, though.
Yep.
Come on, baby. Give me that critical hit.
Please don't.
That's still a hit. It's no crit, but that's fine.
Low damage. Low damage. Yes!
That's seeing a lot of
Yes!
ones there. It's 14 damage.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And with that, at the top of the round, that's where we're going to end session for tonight. When we come back to the table next session, we will continue with this challenge where if the vessel, if Riven takes down his vessel and you guys don't have to deal with it, that's probably a lot better. But if he gets to any of you, you might want to be a little afraid.
Hell yeah.
Some good role play, some good old combat this session. Everybody can have another 5 points on your points cards.
Oh yeah, good job, guys.
Yeah.
A generous DM.
For everybody at home, thanks for watching. I think we're back on Saturday for more game, but off on Sunday because Ellie is performing a comedy show. So yeah, watch us on Saturday. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. We love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, power the players. Have a great night.
Hell yeah.